Good morning and welcome to Unity Church. I'm Vicki Smith and I'm your platform assistant this morning. I'd like to kind of let everybody know what's going on here in the church and at home. Our Reverend Stephanie is on a six-plus week sabbatical. I think it's 6 weeks sabbatical. And this will now become our sabbatical series. So you will see different faces, different people, we'll be doing things maybe a little bit different than what you're used to. And we appreciate your patience and concerns as we go through this. We've had a committee working on this for quite a while. And so now it's time to deliver to all of you. So I welcome all of you today. We accept you just as you are. We're happy that you're here. We embrace a positive path for spiritual living, and we affirm all of that today. As we begin the day today, I also ask all of you to remember that it is a remembrance of 9/11, and we must never forget. Personally, I've been to the museum up in New York City. It was quite an experience. I took my young niece there, and she of course was, I'm not sure she was born or a baby yet at the time, and it was quite a moving experience, and I always remember that on this day and that what happened on this day. So as we begin to go into the service today, I ask you all to remember 9/11 as well. So let's bow our heads and begin the service. Let's all take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. Plant your feet firmly on the ground, and let's come apart for a while. We all join today as a welcoming community and take a deep breath as we breathe as one. And as we remember why we're here today, let's open our hearts and our minds to whatever Spirit is telling us today. And as we join together for another deep breath, come apart for a while and stay within the moment. Amen. Okay, let's begin with our opening song, I Love Myself So Much.
I love myself so much that I can love you so much, and you can love you so much, and you can start loving me. I love myself so much that I can love you so much, and you can love you so much that you can start loving me. So now, as you think about the words to this song, they're very simple, just 4 lines. I'd like for you all to just take a minute and look at each other and sing the words as best you can. So, I love myself so much that I can love you so much, and you can love you so much that you could start loving me. I love myself so much that I can love you so much, and you can love you so much, and you could start loving me. Let's do it one more time. Love myself so much that I can love you so much, and you can love you so much, and you can start loving me.
Good job, good job. Okay, let's join together and say our vision. Centered in love, we embrace a positive path for spiritual living. And our mission? We provide a welcoming community that inspires and encourages all who gather here through the teaching, sharing, and practice of universal spiritual principles. And this morning, as we go out to greet one another, let's remember that you can bring it in for a major hug, you can hang it out for a handshake, or you can stay right where you're at, and everyone knows to just kind of say hello from afar. So let's go ahead and greet everyone this morning. Good morning. I'm not hugging this morning. Honey, don't sit down on anything.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Everybody return to their seats.
It's a lively crowd for a dreary day. All right, we have some announcements, quite a few announcements. The first thing is we'd like to thank everyone who helped out yesterday for the church cleanup day. There was painting and organizing and lots of polishing. As you notice, everything's been polished in the sanctuary. Please stand up if you participated. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Thank you. This is a very sacred space. I've been in it since 2003, and it just always amazes me how it just kind of sustains, and that's because of everybody continuing to help to make it a beautiful, beautiful space. So thank you for that. Also, a big thank you to all the prayer chaplains. I was here on Thursday evening for World Day of Prayer. They helped to make World Day of Prayer the service was amazing. It was a very special night. If you weren't here, hopefully you had the opportunity to view it from home. The music of Janie was perfect. And to all who attended, I know everyone felt the love and the energy of the evening. It was wonderful. Also, on Sunday, October the 2nd, we're going to have a guest speaker. Her name is Lisa Fairman from Earth Rhythms. Lisa will be doing, she'll be doing the service, and then we will have a drumming workshop afterwards. So she will be doing an interactive drumming message, and then from there, from 1 to 3, she will be holding a drumming workshop in the Rose Room. So please put that on your calendar to attend. I think it's been a while since we've had a drumming service here in the church, and those are always very moving and amazing too. So I look forward to that as well. If there's any questions you have about it, please see Gwen. And there's a sign-up sheet will be out shortly for that. So again, that's Sunday, October 2nd from 1 to 3. Let's see, our prayer chaplains are holding space from home. Debbie's at home and Charles is at home today. So if there is any needed prayer today here in the sanctuary, Gwen is here. She has her prayer chaplain sash on if anyone would need prayer here. You can meet her over here on the side. I believe, is a prayer chapel still? No, that's no. Okay. So here over on the side. There is a challenging conversation workshop today from 1 to 4. Kind of plays into what our guest speaker will be talking about today. I guess that's going to be downstairs, and I encourage everyone to attend. We've been hearing a lot about it. Jeff, Sherry, everybody on the social activism committee has been talking about it. It's the sign of the times, and I think it's I don't know who did the write-up about it, but it was very interesting about having hard conversations, because I'm sure between family and friends, you know, with elections and all kinds of social things coming up, it's good to be able to hear the other side and understand. So I think it's going to be an interesting time. So I hope everybody attends that this afternoon. Next week we have a hug meeting. That'll be downstairs. Linda, I'm sure, has a lot to bring to the meeting next week. There's the drum workshop. And where are our children today? They didn't go down, did they? Okay, because today's noisy offering. So if everybody wants to get out their change, we'll bring the kids back up, and we'll have them do the noisy offering today. I'm sure they'll be... Thank you. The other children are downstairs, so we'll go ahead, just shake them up, and thank you for the change. All of the change goes to the children's programs. Hurry up, hurry up. There they are. There's one missing. Here she comes. Oh. Maybe you get that from Cheyenne, and she'll help you. Okay. Shake it up there, Cassie.
Shake those buckets.
Shake the buckets, everybody. Thank you for the noisy offering. All right. I think we got everybody. If you want to take your buckets and leave them in the back, or go ahead downstairs with them. Thank you. Thank you, children. We appreciate it. You can take them downstairs. Okay. All righty. I think we're all settled in. Becky, if you want to give us the daily word.
Whether they have passed on recently or many years ago, the people for whom I have cared deeply are alive in my heart. If I feel sad or lonely for those I miss, I pause to recall a special memory or something unique about them that made even ordinary days feel magical. Reflecting on the love and joy we shared and the blessings their lives afforded me, I feel comforted. I am thankful that these memories will always be mine to treasure. I know that life does not end with death. Life is eternal, and my loved ones will always be beautiful, beloved expressions of spirit. I am grateful those who have passed from this life experience continue to live in spirit and are forever in my heart. And from Psalm 112:6, for the righteous will never be moved, they will be remembered forever.
I am home, my family is here. I feel loved by the ones I hold so dear. And when my family needs me, I promise to be there. And when I need my family, I'm lifted up in prayer.
So continuing in that space, that heart space, I ask you, if you can, to close your eyes, return to that heart space, that deep space of knowing that you are one with the God, with the Christ, and that you are centered in that special light that joins us, joins the breath, that joins the spirit, that joins the soul as one. Take that next deep breath in knowingness. This is a time when we are centered for concerns that surround this community, this family of faith. We start with those who have reached out and asked for prayers. We lift up our brother Charles. He is struggling. He is struggling so with his health and recovering from COVID and so many things that we just lift him up and surround him. Send to Charles now all the love that you can and feel that golden cord connecting to him. We see him healthy and whole. And so many others in our congregation have also had health concerns this week, including my wife, Becky. I ask that you hold her and her returning health as well in your hearts. And all of those who seek the wholeness of the divine. It shall be so. And our community beyond, as we reach out and see and feel our connection with each other. And we reach it just so much further in that Remembrance Day that Vicki spoke about at the beginning of the service. For those of us who are old enough to remember it, the shivers that ran down our spines, those moments that happened. And for those who are young enough to not have to have lived through that, you still feel that palpable energy of that day and of that time that we have risen up as a people. And from that, we now switch to our joys, because even from those ashes, we have risen up, and we are a people who can find joy in even those type of moments. The joy of people who reached out to one another, people we didn't know, people we will never know, and yet we reached out. And we continue to do that. We continue in that joy and in our faith and in our understanding as a people that we must always, always know that we are one and that we share our connection in that light, love, and joy. So I ask you to take a moment and lift up those that are in your hearts that need a special moment of concern and healing, and also lift up those moments of joy that you have experienced this week. Take that moment and lift them up. And so it is. Namaste.
The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. You are beautiful. You are whole. You are beautiful. You are whole. It could have been yesterday, it might have been a year ago, or some other lifetime gone that we may never know. Whatever I said to you, whatever you did to me, as long as we hold on to it, we can't be free. All these resentments build blocks inside that are glued together by the mortar of my pride. And it's a burden to carry a grudge, like a rock so heavy I can't budge. Stone by stone, brick by brick, one by one, I will make them fall. Step by step, day by day, heart by heart, we'll break down this wall. It could have been a lover, might have been an old friend, or someone from a culture you don't understand. These rifts between us, all these divisions, keep us locked inside our self-constructed prisons. But forgiveness holds the key. With forgiveness we can set each other free. And I release you from the darkness of my past, and hold you in my loving memory at last. Stone by stone, brick by brick, one by one, we will make them fall. Step by step, day by day, heart by heart, we'll break down these walls. Every person we come to know has a lesson they can teach us, and that's how they help us grow. There is a reason they touch our lives, and the mind can't understand it, but the soul is wise. And I forgive you for whatever you may have done, and I ask for your forgiveness so that we may both move on. No more judgment, no more blame, for in spirit you and I same. Stone by stone, brick by brick, one by one, we will make them fall. Step by step, day by day, heart by heart, we'll break down these walls. Heart by heart, we'll break down these walls.
So appropriate for our guest speaker who is going to speak with us in a second. I want to introduce him, plus what's going to happen this afternoon in the workshop. So today we have a guest speaker. It is Matt Sayers. Matt is a professor of religion and the director of religion and philosophy at Lebanon Valley College. He received his BA from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, a master's from Florida State, go Seminoles, and he has a PhD from Texas, University of Texas at Austin. He's also a very special friend, from what I understand, of Stephanie's. I think we've heard Stephanie speak of him quite a bit. They are together in a dialogue on faith and race. And so I think today he is going to share quite a bit in that category, and I'm sure we're going to enjoy everything he has to say. Please welcome Matt.
Diversity is a fact of life. All societies are internally diverse, but some types of diversity provoke social anxiety. We're very comfortable with diversity in sports, fashion, cuisine, and in fact, such diversity is encouraged. But diversity that calls into question our assumptions and our most cherished ideas about meaning in the world trigger deep-seated anxieties about the order of the cosmos. Challenges to our preconceived ideas of how the world is organized risk what Peter Berger called the terror of anomie, basically the fear of meaninglessness. They risk undermining our trust in meaning and order in the universe. Challenges to normative views on religion, politics, race, and gender, for example, create powerful anxieties, and those fears divide us. Talking about those differences requires courage, and overcoming those fears requires we talk to people who are different. To develop an authentic sense of self in a context that's increasingly characterized by diversity and confusion, we need to think about what voices we hear and the voices we don't, and to which we should listen and those that we shouldn't listen to. As a nation and as individuals, we're in deep need of dialogue across differences that divide us. Drawing upon David Tracy's description of conversation, I'm going to offer today suggestions for dialogues about and across differences that divide us. Confronting the plurality of religions, David Tracy suggests a model of interpretation grounded in conversation. For him, conversation is, quote, a game with some hard rules. Say only what you mean, say it as accurately as you can, listen to and respect what others say, however different or other. Be willing to correct or defend your opinion if challenged by the conversation partner. Be willing to argue if necessary, to confront if demanded, to endure necessary conflict, and to change your mind if the evidence suggests it. Jeffrey Carlson sees this approach as the only credible response to religious plurality, to religious diversity. But in our current moment, this approach is particularly challenging. I suggest such conversations are the healthiest response to the tribalism that divide us, but for many reasons I prefer the term dialogue. What I want to do today is synthesize Tracy's conception of conversation and my own experience with dialogue to construct my own dodecalogue of dialogue on difference. These are challenges we must meet to have a healthy dialogue about and across differences. And these are my 12 ground rules for dialogues on difference. Number 1, be authentic. An authentic person is true to themselves, not threatened by difference. Their inner self and their outer personas agree. They're honest in presenting themselves, and their actions correspond to their beliefs. Not being authentic means your dialogue partner sees only a cardboard cutout version of you. Number 2, recognize complexity. Carlson tells us that each of us is always already complex and diverse, the product of a selective reconstruction of many influences. In her book, A Monopoly on Salvation, a feminist approach to religious pluralism, Janine Fletcher reminds us that we are all hybrids of many different identities, and in none do we 100% identify with others. One or more of our identities is more or less relevant in each context, but we are never just one thing. I am not only my gender. She is not only her immigration status. He is not only his race. They are not only their religion. Number 3, look for the humanity of the other. Look beyond the differences to see a shared humanity. Extend to them the space to be authentic. Recognize the possibility that fear, pain, and anxiety may be motivating them, and maybe you and me. And actively seek to feel empathy for them as a human being. Number 4, respect the person and reserve judgment on the idea, the belief, or the practice. People deserve respect. Ideas, beliefs, and practices deserve critical inquiry. Give each what they deserve. Recognize that ideas, beliefs, and practices are a part of our personhood. They are not entirely separable from who we are. But no single idea disqualifies a person from their humanity. Ideas can be right and wrong. People cannot. Number 5, prepare for tolerable discomfort. Discomfort means you may not like what you hear. Tolerable means you get to set your own limits. Learning and development are discomforting. If you're comfortable, you're not learning. If you're beyond your tolerances, you're not learning. Have courage and stick with it while you can, and walk away when you have to. Number 6, do not start with difference. Find something you share and move from there to something that's different. Number 7, listen. Listen to what they say. Do not simply wait for your turn to talk. Listen. Listen to understand their view. And if you do not understand, ask questions. Number 8, look for assumptions. The heart of critical thinking and critical conversation is recognizing assumptions. Look to identify your own assumptions and those of your conversation partner. Number 9, correct. If your conversation partner says something wrong, say so. Do not let stereotypes, myths, misunderstanding, confusions, and lies stand. Dialogue rests on authenticity. That requires knowledge, honesty, and truth. Be willing to let them do the same for you. 10, accept that you may not agree. Agreement is not necessary for empathy, respect, cooperation, and democratic pluralism. The goal is not to persuade, convert, or assimilate. It is to understand and find a mutual way forward. Number 11, reflect and be open to change. Critically reflect on everything you hear. Self-reflection makes you more authentic. Critical reflection on everyone's ideas helps you discern ideas worth holding and identify those that need to be discarded. Change can be scary, especially when it comes to our most deeply held ideas, beliefs, or practices. But change is inevitable. To pretend otherwise is foolish. Number 12, take a break and repeat. No one can sustain a high level of empathy and critical engagement continually. Rest, recharge, reflect, and then repeat. And then one meta rule. We cannot always agree on all the rules. These are my suggestions for guidelines. But there must be some level of mutuality. Do not engage with people who do not abide by the most fundamental rules. The long-held belief that diversity is erosive of trust and anathema to unity among members of society rests on the myth that societies are monolithic. All societies are diverse, but we've not yet addressed the anxiety associated with the most significant types of diversity. If we are to understand ourselves, if we are to develop some authentic sense of self in these chaotic times, we cannot afford to ignore those that are different. We cannot afford to isolate ourselves. If we want to truly know ourselves, if we want to create a society that allows us and others to be authentically who we are, we must overcome our fear of difference and talk to people with whom we differ. And my suggestion is these rules, these guidelines can help us do that in a much more constructive way. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. I think that was very on point with, if you think about back over some of the series and things that Stephanie has talked about, what came to mind are the unity principles, and most importantly, the agreements. One thing that always stands out in my mind is be impeccable with your words, and I heard that resonate throughout his talk today. So again, thank you. I appreciate you coming today and sharing your thoughts. Now, we will go into meditation. Okay. All righty.
We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are whole. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are whole. Spirit divine, come to me. am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole.
Let's all take a very deep breath. And if you haven't closed your eyes and you're in a safe place, take another deep breath and close your eyes. Feel rooted in your space and find a level of comfort. Taking another deep breath through your nose and exhaling out your mouth. And again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keeping your breathing at a slow and relaxed place. Breathing in calmness. Breathing in peace. Letting your shoulders relax. And your hands relax. Exhaling out all anxiety and all stress. And again, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. There is nothing to worry about now, in this time and in this space. This is your space and your time. This is a safe space, and going deeper and deeper into your safe space. Now let's begin to think of all the things that we are grateful for. Bring them into your mind. The things that we love and the things that make us happy. Can you see them in your mind's eyes? Can you feel them in your body? Can you feel them surrounding you in your safe space? As you breathe all of this in, send out gratitude. Send out gratitude to the universe for all of the things that you are grateful for. Continue with your breathing in through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Continuing that gratefulness for all that you have and all that you are and all that is to come. Notice how the mindfulness pulls the gratitude into your heart. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel the stillness of the quiet. Now take a moment to give gratitude to your body. Give gratitude to yourself for allowing all of these things to come together to feel the sense of oneness within yourself. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through
through your mouth. And sit quietly in your space with the stillness of your mind and the stillness of your body. Breathing, breathing, and giving thanks for that breath. Now take these things, these feelings with you as you quietly begin to come back in your body, to feel your toes, to feel your fingers, to feel your breath, and take the gratitude of those feelings out into the world and the universe today, to the diverse universe that we are all living in.
We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are whole. You are whole. We are whole. I am whole.
Okay, let's all come back. It's a dreary day. It's one of those days you want to just go from here and take a little nap. I keep thinking it's so dark in here. I'm used to it being so bright. I said to Gwen, are the lights on? Are the lights on? Okay. Well, this is the part of our service where we all say thank you. Thank you to each other. Thank you to ourselves. Thank you for being part of the community, to giving to the community financially to continue to support the wonderful community that we have. As I said, I've been a member of this church since 2003, and it just continues to amaze me how we can come together, even in the toughest times. And I think we're in a tough time, and we're still thriving. So thank you to everybody. If you're new or you're out in the ethers of Facebook or YouTube and you want to know how to give, I think if you go to our homepage, there's a donation button, and there's many other ways that you can give. So again, thank you to everybody, and thank yourselves. Okay, closing song. Janie, Jody?
Take all of your wasted honor, every little past frustration. Take all of your so-called problems, better put them in quotations. Say what you need to say, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say, 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 say what you need to say. Walking like a one-man army, fighting with the shadows in your head. living out the same old moments, knowing you'd be better off instead if you could only say what you need to say. 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 Have no fear for giving in. Have no fear for giving over. You gotta know that in the end, it's better to say too much than to never say what you need to say again. Even as the hands are shaking and your faith is broken, even as the eyes are closing, do it with a heart wide open, wide. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to. Say what you need to. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
And the resounding theme continues. Say what you need to say. I think the children are here. Come on in. Come on in.
Yeah. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Well, welcome back. I see somebody behind a tree over there. Who wants to tell us today what you learned? You want to hold the mic?
We learned about talents. In one of the stories, a person was climbing the mountain, and then they stopped him, breathed, and doing all those stuff. And the other book we read was God's Paintbrush, and they were telling about what they did and what they think God is feeling or says. Like, he's painting the clouds right now. That's gross because he's crying.
He's painting the clouds right now because he's crying because it's gray and raining. Okay. Well, it sounds good. Anybody else? Okay, we have a quiet group this morning. All right, let's go ahead and say the unity blessing. Everybody want to stand? Let's bless the children. Okay, everybody ready? We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in each and every one of you. All righty. You can step here. I guess we'll go back. All right, let's sing the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. we? Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Okay, let's go forth, be impeccable with our words, say what we mean what we say, and have a great day. Bye, everybody.
God surrounds us, the love in God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and wherever God is, all is well.
Now you can leave. There's cookies downstairs. Holly baked cookies. There's coffee. Thank you, everybody.
And I did unlock that door. Okay, so that these stay locked.